Everybody. We're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make side splits a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So, if you're ready, let's get to warming up. And the first thing that we're going to do is called hip cars. Hip cars look a little bit like this. We're going to lift our knees up directly in front of us as high as we can. So when you think you've reached as high as you can, go a little further. From here, we're going to open up that leg directly out to the side. Try to keep the hips from swinging around. So keep your hips facing forward and open up that leg as best as you can. From here, again, try and lift your leg up just a little bit. All right. Next, we're going to rotate the leg. Boom. We're going to lift the ankle up so it's hidden behind the knee. But from the side, it's actually just horizontal. All right. From here, we're going to keep rotating. We're going to bring the knee down, lift the ankle up. Then, when your hamstrings are about to cramp, we're going to bring that leg down and back behind us. I want you to flex the hamstrings. I want you to flex the glutes. I want you to feel the stretch right here in the front, in the hip flexor. And that is one rep. We're going to do 10 of these on the left side, 10 of these on the right side. So let's get ready to go. I think somebody just popped in on YouTube and said hello. Hello, hello. I can't see. I'm too far away. Hey, it's Jax. Welcome back. All right, let's go. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's one. High knee. Open. Ankle up some more. Down and back. That's two. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's three. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's five. Chase says hello. Welcome, welcome. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's seven. I'm feeling really off balance and tired in the hips today. So if you are also off balance, just take a second. Adjust. Grab something for balance and continue. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's eight. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's 10. Woo! We got one leg done. That's 25% of our hip cars. Let's get ready to go on the other side. Do a little shake, do a little wiggle, do a little flop in. Woo! Let's get ready to go. Spread those toes. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's one. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's two. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's three. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's four. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's five. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's six. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's seven. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's eight. High knee. Open. Ankle up. Down and back. That's nine. Last one. High knee. Lift a little higher, lift a little higher, lift a little higher, open it up, open a little wider, lift it up higher, rotate, 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 down and back, lift, 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 that's it. Ooh. That is 10 hip cars on the right side. Now we've done our hip cars, going forward. Take a second, shake out your hips, do a little wiggle, do a little dance, and let's get ready to go in reverse, all right? When we go in reverse, we want to bring the leg back behind us. We want to flex the hamstrings, we want to flex the glutes, we want to feel the stretch right here in the front. All right. You don't have to kick the leg up like crazy high into the air, but I do want you to contract your muscles to try and pull your leg back behind you. From here, we're going to lift up that leg so that you're working these muscles right here in the side of your hip. All right. We're going to rotate, bring the knee down and the ankle up. Then we're going to bring the ankle down, the knee up, and then we're going to bring the knee forward, and that is going to be one rep. We're going to do 10 of these on the left, 10 of these on the left. Sorry, left on the right. Let's get ready to go. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's two. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's three. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's four. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's five. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's six. Keep going. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's seven. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's eight. Two more. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, that's nine. Last one. Back, side, ankle, oh, bounce, ankle again, and knee, that's 10. Oh, whew, that is some more hip cars. We're 75% of the way done. We got one last leg. Shake out your arms, shake out your legs, flop around, let them relax in. Let's get ready to wrap these up. Stand up nice and straight and tall. Keep that core tight, and let's begin. Bring that leg down and back. Lift it up to the side. Rotate that knee down, ankle up. Rotate the ankle down, knee up. And bring that knee forward. That's one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee, back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. I think that's three. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's four. Oh, if you're feeling off balance, feel free to take a second. But we're continuing back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's five. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's six. Keep going. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. Did I say seven already? I'm gonna pretend I didn't. Seven. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's eight. Back, side, ankle, ankle. Oh, I'm off balance again. Knee. That's nine. Last one. Back, side, ankle, ankle, knee. That's 10. Whew, that is our first warm-up exercise. Those are our hip cars. We are just trying to move through that crazy range of motion using our own muscle power, trying to build a little bit of strength, trying to build a little bit of mobility, and build a little bit of control. And I think there's a comment I should check out because it's super long.
Any idea for hips if it helps when you bend and lift your knee?
Wait, where? On which platform? On TikTok. We also have a big question over on YouTube. Hold on. Hold on. Any idea for hips if they pop when you bend or lift your knee? If it's not a painful pop, should be okay. You can keep going. It's probably just some soft tissue rearranging, trying to figure out why you're moving your legs in these new ways that you never really move them. And if it doesn't cause pain, if it doesn't get super irritated and cause you to get like uncomfortable later, yeah, it'll be fine. You can keep going. Yeah. What else we got? On YouTube, big question here. I pulled or spasmed my left adductor yesterday, throwing a left hook after 8 hours of high intensity, low intensity, alternating boxing based work. What would you say I should do to get back? You should probably go rest. That is a lot of exercise, and if your left adductor is freaking out, your probably number one thing that you should be working on is not doing anything at all and letting your body recover. So sleep, eat well, chill, massage it, foam roll it, do all those cool things, and give a little bit of a break. If it is spasming, you might, I mean, you probably know this, want to up your electrolytes, might want to drink some more water. Maybe after 8 hours of intense exercise, your body was just a little bit beat up. I hope that helps. All right. Let's continue. We're moving on to our second warm-up exercise. That is the elephant walk. I want you to fold at the waist, bring your belly button down towards the ground, and get into this position. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in your low back, but I want you to mostly feel it in your hamstrings. All right? So hang on here for a second. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Relax a little bit. Lean a little bit forward, and start feeling it in your hamstrings. When you're ready, we're going to add a little bit of movement. We're going to bend one knee, straighten out the other, fold our belly button down towards the ground. All right? We're going to switch to the other side. Boom. And then we're going to switch again. Boom. And we're going to switch again. Boom. Each time you switch, I want to make sure that you are feeling it in your hamstrings. All right? You're probably going to feel it the most in the leg that's straight, but you should still be feeling something in the leg that is bent. Next, I'm going to tell you about the rest of the show because we got a whole bunch of these to do. Keep on going. And while you go, you should know that we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we're putting ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, and a little easier to stay consistent with. We do this 7 days a week starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. If you have no idea what 9 p.m. Eastern means, we started 10 minutes ago. And we pretty much start at that time every single day. So if you need a little bit of help practicing consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back because we're going to be here to support you. All right? What else? If you like side splits, consistency, hip mobility, that type of stuff, then you should definitely hit follow, hit subscribe. And now that you know all that stuff, let's move on. I want you to fall a little bit deeper. Bring your belly button down a little bit more. Feel that stretch growing. Ugh, ugh, ugh. And once you're a little bit lower, we're gonna do 5 last ones. Let's go. Knee. Other side. Keep going. I think this is 2. And 1. And 0. And come on back into a squat of some sort. Come on back into standing. And that is our second warm-up exercise. Shake out your body. Shake out your legs. Do a little wiggle. Do a little shake. Flop around. And we're going to move on into our third warm-up exercise. It's called thoracic rotation. Most of us are not using this function of our bodies. And it looks like this. Boom. You probably barely check the blind spot while you're driving these days. So we're going to work on that. Let's get into the same position we were just in, where one leg is bent, one leg is straight, and we're folding our belly buttons down towards the ground. All right? From here, I want you to reach the arm on the bent leg side. I want you to reach across to the straight leg, push off that shin bone, open up, look at the hand, rotate the neck, inhale, exhale, and reach over your shoulder. That is half a rep. We gotta do the other side to match it. This leg is bent. This leg is straight. Arm from the bent leg side is reaching across to the straight leg, pushing off that shin bone, lifting the arm up, rotating the neck to look at it. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That is 1. We're doing 5 of these. All right. Left, right, left, right, left, right. 4 more times. Let's go. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. You can take your time with this part. If you want, you can try inhaling, exhaling, reaching 2 times. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Exhale, reach. See if we can get just a tiny bit more. I think that was 2. Or is that 3? That might be 2. We're going to do 3 more. Bent leg, straight leg. Bent arm, straight leg. Open it up. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That's 3. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That's 3 again. 4 and 5. Let's go. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Woo. That's 4. Other side. Exhale, reach. Woo. Oh, we're going for a 5th one. Final, last one. Shake out your shoulders. Shake out your body. Relax for a second. Flop, 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 flop. And let's get ready to go. One leg is bent, one leg is straight. Arm from the bent leg side is reaching across to the straight leg. We're pushing off that shin to help rotate. Look at the hand. Inhale. Exhale, reach. That's 5. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Whew, that is our thoracic rotation. Hopefully, your spine is moving a little bit better, a little bit smoother, because you just put it through a whole bunch. If your shoulders are tired, your delt muscles here on the upper arm is sore or tired or just not wanting to cooperate anymore, that's okay. We don't need them for the rest of the show. All right. We're gonna move on to our 4th and final warm-up exercise. It's called the Cossack switch. Oh, got too many obstacles. We are gonna do something that looks a little bit like this. We're gonna open up our legs, not super crazy wide, but wide. Then we're gonna slowly try our best to come down and do a squat on one leg while this leg stays nice and straight all the way out there. All right. If you're regular, you've been here for a while, feel free to drop down a little bit lower. If you're new to the show, experiment, try to get as low as you can, but if you're stuck quite a bit higher, that's totally, absolutely fine. All right? Wherever you are, our next step is to move our butts that way. So, if you can, boom, slide on over to the other side. All right? And back. If you're a little lower to the ground, you might struggle a bit with this. So, you can put your hands down, help assist your butt as you come on over to the other side. Sit back and come on back. That is 1 rep. We're counting it as 1. Keep going as low as you can. Use as much assistance as you need. We want a combination of that stretched out position and also that deep squat position. Oh, and I think this is 3. All right, we're going to do 7 more. If you're ready for some higher difficulty movements, That's what I'm going to tell you about right now. But if you want to stick with whatever version you're comfortable with, feel free to stick with whatever you're trying right now. All right. Next, I want you to remove your hands if you can and keep on going. Some of you won't need that help with balance. Some of you won't need that extra support. And this is when you put it to the test. I think this is 5. If you want to make it a little bit harder, you can start to stand up a little straighter. Open up your chest so you're, facing in front of you instead of leaning forward like this. Stick your head up into the sky, extend your arms in front of you, and keep going. That is 6. At this point, if your knees are getting a little achy, a little uncomfortable, we can make the stretch, make the exercise a little bit easier on our bodies. All right? Come up a little bit, slide your butt across, come on back down, and then come back up, slide across, and come back down. That's 8. Let's do another. Up, across, down, up, across, down. Coming up is relative to wherever you're at. If you're this low, coming up might mean you're still super, super low to the ground. If you're a little bit higher, coming up might be you're a lot higher off the ground. That's entirely up to you. All right. We're taking pressure off of your knee, not my knee. Okay. Now we've done about 10. We're going to wrap this up with some squats, with exactly 1 squat on each leg. We're going to get deep into our bottom position here with this 1 bent leg. We're going to go, oh! You can make as many noises as you want or as little as you want. But I want you to come back into standing and slowly prepare to come down on the other side. Come on down and sink into it. Inhale. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into that stretch and get ready. Let's go. 10. Finish it off strong. Boom. That is a whole bunch of reps of Cossack switches, Cossack sliding things, Cossack squats. And now we are done with our warm-up exercises. Shake out your legs, shake out your body, relax, get loose, and let's talk about the rest of the show. If you've just joined in, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, build a little bit of community, make the suffering we put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So if you like side splits, if you like hip mobility, if you like consistency, make sure to hit follow, hit subscribe, and keep coming back because we are live every day, 7 days a week, starting about 20 minutes ago. Next, we're going to move on into our stretches. All right. The first thing we're going to do is a hamstring stretch. I want you to grab a little bit of padding for your knee because the way we're going to set it up is going to look like this. All right. So this knee is going to be down the whole time, or at least one knee is going to be down the whole time. You do not need fancy gym flooring. If you have a stuffed animal your dog has ripped to pieces, just stick the stuffing back, stick it under your knee, you're good to go. Decorative pillow, couch cushion, dirty laundry, anything that can give you a little bit of cushioning, just stick it under your knee and we're ready to go. Flip-flops, sneakers will also work. All right, so get creative, go grab those things, and let's get ready to continue. I want you to try and sit up, or I guess kneel up really straight. I say this basically every day because I can't remember that. I just want to say kneel up straight. But kneel up really straight and tall. Extend one leg out in front. And I want you to try your best to fold. All right? Whee! As soon as you get stuck, wherever that is for you, inhale. Big deep breath in. And exhale, relax. Flop on down into the ground. We're going to do that 2 more times. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Whew. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. If your back is rounding right now because you're just relaxed, you're just chill, perfect. If your back is rounding because you're like, I need to smash my face into my knee, and you're putting a whole bunch of pressure into your neck, into your shoulders, into your upper back, stop it. Chill out, relax. This is the point of the show. We're just chilling, all right? Relax. And we're going to do a 3rd time. Let's go. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. And when you're ready, we're going to add some movement. All right. What we're going to practice is folding forward, bringing our chest to our upper body. So what we're going to do is bring our knees up. So it looks a little like this, right? Like we're doing a lunge. And then we're going to try and fold our upper bodies down to that leg. And from here, you might want to put your hands down for a little bit of support, but we're going to slowly straighten out that leg again while trying to keep the upper body low to the ground. All right? That's 1. We're going to do 5 of these. So knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. Whew. When you're ready, it's time for us to get a little bit deeper. We're going to do something called the inhale, exhale, fold. What we're going to do is take a huge breath into the lungs on the inhale. Then on the exhale, I want you to take a really slow exhale. Let all the air out of your lungs, and I want you to fold your belly button down, 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 down towards the floor while you're doing it. All right? That's it. That's all the instructions. Inhale, exhale, fold. Let's go. Big breath in. Inhale. Slowly exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. Oh man, yours does not have to look like mine. As long as you're trying to exhale and you're trying to fold, you're not putting a whole bunch of pressure into your back, you're doing good. All right? From here, inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Woo. Let's do it again. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop into that leg. Third time, inhale. Relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. And we're going to do the knee bend, chest down, straight. Yeah, straighten thing. Knee up, chest down, straighten. That's 1. You do not have to go fast. Does not have to be explosive. Take your time with it. Feel that stretch throughout the leg. Knee up, chest down, straighten. That's 3. You should be finding that you don't have to lift your knee as high as before. And you are folding deeper into your stretch now. That is good. Good signs. All right, we've done about 5 of those, I think. So let's get ready to fold a tad bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, fold. You ready for this? Let's go. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. Inhale, relax. Let your body flap over that leg. Inhale, relax again. Third time's a charm. Inhale. That is our stretch. We're going to move a little bit more. All right, knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 1. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 5. It's time for us to hang out here for the next 30 seconds. That's it. That's all that's left. 30, 29, 28. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. If you want to do the inhale, relax, and flop into the leg, please do that. 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. We are done with that one. Oh, man. All right, bring your leg in underneath you. Whew. Come back into that kneeling position. Pretend somebody's about to spank you. Clench those glutes. Protect your butt end. Do the same with your abs. Pretend somebody's going to boom, boom, punch you, and you go, oh! Flex those abs. Get back into that nice, strong, standing upright posture, and we're ready to move on. Let's switch to the other leg. This whole body is nice and straight and strong. Let's get ready to fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Wee. As soon as you get stuck, inhale, relax. Let your body flop over that leg. Let's do it again. Inhale. Relax. See if you can sink a little deeper into that stretch. Let's go for a third time. Inhale. Relax. Sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. If at any point you're feeling like your knee straight is a little achy on the knee, you can give it a slight bend. That will take pressure off of that knee and it'll change up the stretch a tiny little bit, but it should take off the pressure off the knee. And if that helps you, that helps you. All right. Next. Next, what? What are we doing? What did we just do? We did inhale, relax. We're going to do the knee bends. Let's go. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 1. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out.
Take a second longer here on that straighten out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Oof. Take a couple seconds extra and knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Oof. It's time for us to fold a little bit deeper. Y'all ready? Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Fold. Woo. Inhale, relax. Let your belly button flop into that thigh, flop into the ground. Inhale again. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. That's 2. Third time, inhale. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into that stretch. That's 3. Knee bends. Let's go. Knee up, chest down. Straighten it out. That's 1. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 2. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 3. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 4. Knee. Chest. Straighten. That's 5. It's time for us to fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, exhale, fold. Big breath in. Inhale. Exhale and fold, 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 fold. Woo. Inhale, relax. Let your body flop a little deeper into that stretch. Inhale, relax again. Sink a little deeper. Third time's the charm. Inhale. Relax. Sink a little bit deeper. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 2. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 3. Knee up, chest down, straighten it out. That's 4. Knee up. Last one, chest down, straighten it out. We're holding for 30 seconds. Just chill and breathe, all right? 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our hamstring stretch. That is our first stretch. Oh man, all right, we're done. If you're super tired right now, your hamstrings feel like they want to cry, that's okay. We spend a lot of time on the hamstring stretches. We go back and forth with a little bit of movement to make sure that they are prepared for some of the other stuff that's coming up because they start combining more than one muscle group. All right. That's our hamstring stretch. Hopefully, my talking has helped you forget about how much suffering was involved in that stretch. And we're going to move on into a less intense stretch, the butterfly stretch. For stretch number 2, I want you to move so that your butt is up against a wall. All right? Your butt, your low back, your shoulders, your head, everything is resting against the wall. I want you to bring your feet together. I want you to pull your feet in towards your groin area. And I want you to chill right here. This is our starting position. All right? The goal of this stretch is to stretch out your inner thigh muscles. The way we do that is by bringing the knees down into the ground. I want you to get stronger, so I want you to use your glutes, your outer thighs. I want you to contract those muscles to pull your own legs open because control and power is awesome. So give that a try. If you are feeling your stretch get more intense here in the inner thighs, if you saw your knees go down just a little bit, you're moving in the right direction. That's all that matters. Next, we're taking our hands. We're applying a little bit of pressure just inside of the knee a little bit. And we're going to try and push straight down into the ground. If you're feeling a sharp, crazy, intense pain, that is a good reason to stop. If you're feeling just a dull, uncomfortable sensation, that's probably just you getting a stretch. All right? So we're going to hang out here for 30 seconds. We're going to breathe nice and slow. And I want you to keep on applying pressure to your legs. 30, 29, 27, 26, 25, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 13, 12. Every time you exhale, try to push your legs down a little bit deeper. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1, 0. That is it. Oh, usually when I try to breathe and exhale and count at the same time, it takes much longer to get through the count because I just can't count at the same time as I breathe. So I've been skipping numbers today and yesterday. If you don't mind the skipping of the numbers and you're just like we're teleporting forward in our stretch, great, because I'm gonna probably keep doing that. Because I was able to stretch way deeper using the just focusing on exhaling count than normal. I was able to bring the legs real far down real fast. Maybe that's placebo, but maybe it's a real thing. We'll keep testing it this week. All right. Now that you have pushed your legs down, you've opened up your legs, you felt the extra stretch here in the groin, we're going to shake out our legs. We're going to flap the wings of our butterfly. We're going to prepare for stretch number 3. It's called the standing pancake or the seated pancake. Those are not the same moves. Those are slightly different. If you're new to the show, you might want to start with something a little safer feeling, and that might be a seated pancake. That depends on whether or not you got decent balance. If you are feeling pretty fit, you're feeling pretty strong, feel free to stick with the standing pancake, which is what I'm going to demonstrate. But if you are a little bit more experienced, you know what you need, and or you're not so confident in your balance, then you should experiment with taking a seat, opening up your legs as wide as you comfortably can, straightening out your back a little bit, and trying your best to fold forward. That is a seated pancake. All right. If you extend your arms out in front of you, it will help you to fold a little bit further. And if you want to try that, go for it. But for most of us, if you're new to the show in particular, the standing pancake is probably going to be a little bit more effective, and I'll tell you about that in a second. Let's open up our legs decently wide, doesn't have to be crazy, and we're going to fold our belly buttons down into the ground. Fold, 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 fold some more, keep folding. Boom. From the side, it's probably going to look a little bit like this. All right. The goal of the pancake is to basically fold your upper body in between your legs as deep as you can, and it is really hard. The reason why we do the standing pancake, especially for newbies, is because when your whole entire upper body is like this, when you extend your arms like this, gravity is really helping to pull you down, and that's what we want. We want as much help from gravity as possible. All right. So when you found a comfortable enough position for your legs, width-wise, we're going to focus on bringing the belly button down towards the ground, towards the ground, towards the ground. Extend your arms in front of you and try to turn yourself into a little pancake, because that's what this is all about. We're going to hang out here for about 30 seconds. I want you to keep breathing the whole time, and that's it. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, that is our stretch. If you can, come back into standing. If you need a little bit of help, you might want to wiggle your toes and your heels in towards the center of your body. Slowly walk your arms up your leg, and when you're back into standing, I want you to shake it up. Shake, 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 shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Help your body to relax because the pancake is really intense. All right. Whew. We talked briefly about 2 different versions of the pancake, the seated and the standing. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can definitely start working on the seated pancake, right? The reason why we don't start with the seated pancake, especially for new people, is because the easiest thing to sit down on is going to be the floor. But for most of us, if you can't lean forward far enough for gravity to start pulling you down, you're not going to feel much of a stretch at all. You're just going to be like, interesting, I'm sitting on my butt, right? But that same angle that you saw, if we were facing forward instead, gravity's pulling our chest down, you're going to feel a way more intense stretch going down. That's why we do the standing pancake. All right? If you're regular or you know what you're doing, feel free to find something a little bit higher, for example, this stool, to get you started. All right? From the side, it might look a little bit more like this. If you can get your torso sort of folded forward enough to let gravity help pull you down, the seated pancake is amazing. It's great. You don't need any strength. You don't need any balance. You can just rest and fold forward. Cool? All right. Let's get rid of all these props that are needed. We're ready for our fourth stretch. We're doing either the figure four or the pigeon. If you're a regular, feel free to jump into whichever one you prefer. But if you are new to the show, you want to just stick with what I'm doing, we're going to talk about the figure four because yesterday we did the pigeon. All right? Both have the same fundamentals. We're taking one leg, we're crossing it over to the other side. We're grabbing that leg, we're bringing it up to the belly button. We're folding our belly button down towards that leg. And from the side, it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to feel a stretch right here in that hip. That is a glute muscle. You're going to feel a stretch here in your hamstrings. You're going to feel maybe a little bit of pressure in that hip where you're actually doing the folding. And let's get to it. The figure four is awesome because we get to lay down on the ground. So come on down. Oh, lay down on your back. Oh, and flop on over. Whew. What we're going to do next looks a little bit like this. We're going to take one leg. We're going to cross it over to the other side. We're going to make this triangle right here. We're going to stick one hand through the triangle. We're going to grab the other hand, wrap it around that leg, and we're going to get into a position where we're pulling on that leg that's not crossed. All right? I want you to pull everything in towards your chest, and I want you to lean yourself back into the ground the best you can. Inhale. Exhale and pull on that leg a little bit. Pull it in towards your chest. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale, pull it into your chest. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, pull it into your chest. Whew, that is enough. We're going to get into our 30-second countdown. 30 seconds. Bring your leg into the chest. 29. 28. Keep breathing. Don't hold your breath. 26. 25. 24. 23. 22. 21. 20. 19. 18. 17. 16. 15. 14. 13. 12. 11. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, relax everything. Let your body flop onto the floor. Chill. That is one side. We're going to do the other one. All right. You don't have to spin around, but I'm going to show you what it should look like. We're taking one leg, we're crossing it over to the other side, reaching our hands through the triangle, wrapping the other arm around. We are grabbing onto the knee that is not across our body, and we're going to slowly pull on it and bring it in towards our chest as we exhale. All right, inhale. Exhale, pull. Woo! Feel that stretch building. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Woo. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Woo. Bring that leg in. If you're feeling some pressure on the knee, it's feeling a little uncomfortable here, you can cup the knee to pull it in a little bit directly. You can stick your knee into your elbow pit and apply a little bit of pressure in towards your chest that way. That way, you're not feeling as much pressure from the knee joint because your your ankle is the one applying pressure on it. All right? 30 seconds. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep on bringing that leg in towards your chest. 3, 2, 1, 0. That is our stretch. Whew, that is stretch number 4. Let your legs relax, flop around, shake out your hips, do a little dance, do a little wiggle, and just relax. Grunt, groan, make as many sound effects as you need to. That's 4 of our 5 stretches, all right? Oh. If you somehow don't know yet, we're doing 45 to 60 minutes of side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering that we do every day a little bit more fun, a little bit easier to stay consistent with. All right? If you like hip mobility, you know you need to work on it a little bit. If you want to master your side splits one day and want to move in that direction, if you need a little bit of help practicing consistency, this is a great place to do it. So hit follow, hit subscribe. We are live every single day at 9 p.m., which means we started about 41 minutes ago. And I welcome you to come on back so we can do a bunch more. All right. It's time for us to move into our fifth and final stretch. We're doing some side splits. If you don't know, we're doing 3 rounds of 30 seconds of side splits. And before we get into the hard stuff, I want you to go grab a little bit of hand support. All right? The hand support's job is to do this. Help support your body when you bring your legs a little bit wider. All right? So it takes a little bit of pressure off of your legs. What you use, I don't really mind. I just want it to be relatively lightweight so that you can kind of move it out of the way if you need to. I would like for it to be stable and strong enough so that you can put your weight into it and it won't collapse underneath you. And as long as it hits those 2 check marks, what you use is up to you. If you got yoga blocks and they are tall enough for you to use to do this, great, that's perfect. If you have a higher stool or even a chair and you find that you can get into this position, great. If you think your chair is a little too high, don't worry, you can always put your elbows down on it instead. All right. If you have a coffee table or an ottoman, those will work. If they're easy enough to kind of slide out of the way when you don't want them to be in your way, that will be great. But if they're a little heavier and you can't slide them that easily, might be a little bit more of a pain in the butt. So pick whatever you're going to use. I like to use my stool, and we're going to get ready to go. All right. Bring that stool or whatever you're using for hand support in front of you, and I want you to scoot your butt up to a wall. All right. I want your butt literally touching the wall. This wall is going to be your best friend. And it's going to help keep you nice and stable. It's going to help support you. It's going to keep you from falling backwards. So thank you, wall. Thank you, best friend. All right. We're taking a walk. We're taking a walk. We're taking a step. A tiny little baby step just in front of the wall so that your butt's no longer touching. We're going to open up our legs a little bit wider. And we're going to push our hands out and fold forward. Whee! Put your hands on your hand support. All right. See if you can bring your hand support in a little closer to you, towards your body. And I want you to slowly start opening up your legs a little bit. All right. If you are finding a nice, comfortable position where you kind of look like this, great. That's all you need to be in right now. Your butt can be resting against the wall. Your feet are flat down on the ground. Your hands are on your hand support. All right. From here, we're going to rotate our legs because our thigh bones have this lumpy part that kind of just pops out here. And if your leg comes up real far, that lumpy part starts smashing into your hip bones. We don't want that. So to avoid that, if you rotate the leg backwards, that lumpy part, instead of smashing into your hip, kind of just goes behind your butt. All right. And that's what we want. So follow me. Let's do this. Right now, our knees and our toes are kind of vaguely pointing forward. We're going to rotate the leg backwards 90 degrees. Boom. So that the heels are down, the toes are up, and the knees are pointing up. We want to do this on both sides. Heels down, toes up, knees up. Now, your hands are on your hand support. Your butt is against the wall. Your heels are down. You might be feeling like you're not in the best situation. You might be feeling like you're about to slip. You might feel like you're off balance. Take a couple seconds. Adjust your hand support. Adjust your feet. Maybe slide them away from the wall a little bit. Rest your butt up against the wall and find a comfortable position. All right. Find a position where you feel like, oh, I could stay here for a little bit. That might mean you come up a little bit higher out of that position for a moment too. Okay. So once you found a position where you're like, okay, I could hang here for a little bit. Once you got that feeling, we're going to start to breathe. The goal is to relax and to let our nervous system, let our brain chill out. So let's just get into a deeper stretch because right now it's tense, it's stressed out. It doesn't want you to be doing this. It thinks this is crazy and we want to tell it, no, 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 it's okay. Just trust me. And the way we do that is by making it relaxing, making it chill, and doing all the things to get ourselves to be calm. All right, let's go. Big breath in, inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. If you can, see if you can sink a little deeper into your stretch. All right, let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. See if you can sink a tiny bit deeper into your stretch. Adjust your hands, adjust your legs, adjust your butt support if you need to. All right, inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch if you can. Next, we're going to do some optional little wiggles. I want you to see if you can push your heels out just a little bit to either side to see if you can get a little tiny bit deeper into your stretch. Once to the right, once to the left, once to the right, once to the left. Once you're not going anywhere, we are ready to hold. If your toes are pointing up, your knees are pointing up, your head is pointing up into the ceiling, we're ready to begin. 30 seconds, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. See if you can move your hand support out of the way. Crawl forward just a little bit. Bring your legs in underneath you. That is our first side split stretch. Woo! Congratulations. You've done the hardest one. The first one's hard because I do a lot of explaining, talking through a lot of steps, making sure everybody knows how to get onto the same page. But side splits number 2 and 3, we don't hang out for nearly as long. It goes a little faster. All right. But we got to undo some suffering first before we get into side split number 2. So come on up into standing. We're going to shake out our legs. We're going to kind of undo some tension. We're going to relax. I want you to sort of flop one ankle. Just give it a light shake. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Flop, 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 flop. Shakety, shake, 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 shake. The goal is to have your muscles relax. All right. The faster and wilder it's shaken, the higher the likelihood that it is relaxed. Because if it was tense, you would be like, ugh, and it would not be flopping around. Cool? So take your time, breathe. Shake, 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 shake. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to start shaking super wildly hard like this because you don't need that much proof that your muscles are relaxed. You just need enough proof that your muscles are relaxed. And if you're shaking a little bit, you're feeling loose, your muscles are swinging back and forth, and you're feeling the stretch going when you're stretching and flopping and kicking, then we're good. We're good. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, stretching, flopping, and kicking, don't worry about that either. Just if your ankles are relaxed, your foot is kind of swinging places and it's moving pretty fast, you're doing fine. All right. Take a couple of quick steps. Hopefully your legs are feeling a little bit better than before. Do a couple of dance moves, shuffle around, make sure everything is feeling okay. And we're going to move on into our hips. I want you to put all your weight into one leg. Big toe is down on the other. I want you to really open up this leg and point that knee, boom, that away. Then I want you to really use these hip muscles right here to contract and pull that knee in so that your knees are almost touching. All right. Then I want you to use your glutes. Contract and pull that leg back out and bring it in and bring it out and bring it and bring it out and bring it in and out and in and out and in and out. If you're new to the show, you don't have that much control, you're struggling a little bit, focus on building control, focus on building some strength. When you've built a little bit of it, you can go a little bit faster. Feel free to experiment with a faster tempo. And when you're a total master at it, just focus on relaxing. Just shake out your legs, do a little flop, do a little wiggle. Instead of focusing on maximum range of motion, you can just go a little gentler, shake a little faster back and forth, get the muscles relaxed so that they're going flop, 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 and you look like you're made of jello. Next, last leg. All your weight in one leg, big toe is down. We are using the muscles in the hip to bring the knee in. I'm using the muscles in the glutes to open up that leg and in and out 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 and in and out. Change the movement as you need to for you, right? If you're new to this, take it slow, build control. If you're faster, great. If you need to just relax those muscles now, shake, 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 then. Whew. Everybody, shake everything out. Relax your muscles. It's time for us to get into side split number 2. Last little bit of relaxation. And let's do it. Butt up against the wall. Hand support. Pretty much close in front of you. Open up those legs just a little bit. Fold forward. Whee! Put your hands on your hand support. Open up the legs a little bit wider. Find a comfortable spot and let's rotate the legs so that our bones don't smash into each other. Heels down, toes up, knees pointing up. Both legs, heels down, toes up, knees pointing up. Hands on your hand support, butt against the wall. Slowly see if you can open those legs a little wider. Let your butt slide down the wall. Adjust your hand support, your hand position. Find something you can relax in, kind of, you can hang out in for a little bit. And let's get ready to breathe. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Whew. That's 2. Let's do it again. 3 times. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Whew. Optional wiggles. Do a little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left, little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left. See if you can push your heels out just a little bit. If you're not going anywhere, don't worry about it. That's okay. Second stretch. We got some options. You can stick with the first one that we just did, where the toes and knees are pointed straight up. But the second version has us leaning forward a little bit so that our knees and our toes are kind of pointing at a 45-degree angle up. When you do this, you're going to feel more of a stretch in your inner thighs. That is what we want. You can do these with your hands on the ground. You can still do these with your hands on your hand support, or if you want, your elbows on your hand support, whatever you want. All right, 30 seconds, let's go. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's it. Walk your hands forward. Ugh. Grunt, grunt. Make as many sound effects as you need to. Bring your legs in underneath you. Take your time. Oh, that is our second side split. Whew. Breathe, chill, catch your breath. And when you're ready, come on up into standing. Let's shake it out. Step on up. Shake out your legs. Shake, 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 shake. Shakety, shake, 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 shake some more. Keep shaking. Shake, shake, shake. And that's probably good enough. Other side. Start nice and gentle. Pick up the intensity slowly over time as you find it comfortable. All right. You don't have to go 0 to 100 right away. And as you do more of these, your brain will realize what you're trying to do, and it will help you relax a little bit faster. You'll get more skilled at relaxing. That'll come. Whew. Hope you're ready to move on into the hips. All your weight in one leg. Big toe is down. In and out and 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 in and out. Other side. All your weight in one leg. Big toe is down in the other. In and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Just in case I didn't explain this thoroughly enough, the only thing that needs to move is this thigh bone where it connects into the hip. All right? And we're using muscles in the front of the hip, in the back of the hip, in your butt, in your glutes, to help make that movement happen. And in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. Everything else that I move is just for funsies. Hopefully, your legs, your hips are feeling okay. We're going to do a deep shake, deep flop, wiggle, 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 shake, shake, shake. Pretend you are made of pasta, fresh out of the pot. You just go and shake a little harder. All right? Shake a little bit more. Relax, 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 relax. And let's get ready for side split number 3. Butt up against the wall. Bring your hand support with you. Let's get ready for side split number 3. Open up those legs a little bit wider. Fold forward, hands down. Whee! Open up those legs a little bit wider. Find a comfortable spot externally. Rotate the legs so that your heels are down, your toes are up, your knees are pointing up. Same on both legs. From here, we're going to adjust our hand support so it's directly underneath our hips. We're going to find a new comfortable spot where our butt is resting against the wall. Our hands are on our hand support, and our legs don't feel like they're about to slip. You don't feel like you're about to fall. You don't feel like you're in a rush at all, because that's what we want. Somewhere that's relatively calm. All right? And here we go. 30 seconds. Sorry, no, we're not. We're breathing. Inhale. Big breath in. Exhale and fold. And by fold, I mean sink a little deeper into your stretch. Relax. Relax is what I meant. What's wrong with my words? I'm taking other parts of the show and just turning it into this part of the show. Inhale, relax. Exhale. Sink a little bit deeper into your stretch. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold. Exhale, relax. Sink a little deeper into your stretch. Whew. Optional wiggles. Little wiggle to the right, little wiggle to the left, little right to the left, right, left, right, left. And if you can't go any further, it's time for us to get into side split number 3. You got options. Toes up, knees up, head up, right? Side split number 1. You got side split number 2, where you have more of a stretch in your inner thighs. You need to do some of side split number 2 sooner or later. So if you're ready for side split number 2, jump into it. Let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Put your hands down if you're not already down. Slowly walk them forward. Bring your legs underneath you. That is our third and final side split stretch. Whew. We are done with all the hard stuff in our show. Now it's just time to relax. It's time to chill. When you're ready, when you're done grunting for the moment, not permanently, just done grunting for the moment, take that step, come on into standing. Oh, man, let's shake it out. Shake out the tension. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake some more. Shake, shake, shake out that ankle. Remember, the goal of the ankle shaking is to relax some of those leg muscles. We target the ankle specifically because it's so easy to see when it's sort of flopping around nice and loose, right? But if you want to start combining all sorts of things, you want to start wiggling your whole body, you might want to hold on to something for balance while you're doing this, while you're experimenting. That is absolutely cool with me. All right. The more relaxed your body is, the easier it will be for you to get into a deeper side split. Might not be like, 50% improvement, but the more relaxed you are, the easier it is for the muscles we do care about to stay relaxed. All right. And whew, shake out both legs, even it out. Flop, 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 flop. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Shake, 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 shake. And whew, when your legs are feeling a little bit better, do, 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 do. Let's move on into our hips. All your weight on one leg, big toe is down, knee in and out and 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 in and out. Other side, in and out and 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 in and out. Whew. That is probably good enough. If there's anything else that's still feeling stiff, feel free to do some more shaking, some more flopping, some wiggling, just to get your body to loosen up. But otherwise, we're going to jump into some hip circles, all right? We're going to do our joint checks. Slowly lean on in to that hip. Feel the stretch. Feel the tension. In your hips. Slowly come on around. In your glutes. Coming around to the side of the hip. And the side and the front. And come on back around. Back to the side. Back around. Into the other side. To the front. Switch directions. Come on back. And do as many as you like. If you got a part of your hip that feels like it needs some extra attention, some extra love, you want to stay somewhere for a little bit, feel free to hang out there. I tend to feel a bunch of pressure in the left and right sides of the hip when I do these, so I like to spend some time there. Whew. And once you've done a couple of rotations, feeling a little bit looser, we're going to move on into some calf raises from a squatting position. All right. These are going to look a little crazy, so bear with me if you've never done one of these before. So we're starting with our legs about hips width apart. All right. Not super close, not super wide, about hips width apart. All right. From here, we're going to pop into a little bit of a squat. And I want you to almost lean forward a bunch. All right. I want you to be going to pick up something. And when you do this, you're going to feel like your center of gravity is kind of pushing forward. All right. Next, I want you to push your knees forward as well. So you're feeling a stretch here in your Achilles tendon, in your calves. You can poke your calves, just double check that they're stretched out and tense. That will be good. From here, in this position where we really feel like we're about to fall forward. Your toes should be working overtime to grip the floor to keep you from tipping over. And this is what we want to set up our calf raise. Stick your hands down for support, or if you need something else a little bit higher, feel free to grab your stool, your hand support that you were using earlier, and let's do some calf raises. Come on up, lift those heels up as high as you can. Come on down. Reset. Feel that stretch in the Achilles tendon because your knees are coming forward. Keep on going. And down. And up. And down. And up. And down. Feel that stretch in your Achilles tendon. And up. And stretch. And up. And stretch. And up. And stretch. And now come on all the way up. Whew. All right. What we just did was force our toes to grip into the floor, force our feet to work really hard to keep us stable. We got a huge stretch in our Achilles tendon and our ankles, and then we strengthened our calves by doing those crazy calf raises. Our quads were probably complaining the whole entire time about the exercise, and our low back, because it was supporting us while we were leaning forward on ankle, they were probably complaining about us the whole time too. So if you were able to do most of that movement, 75, 80% of that movement, chances are a whole bunch of your lower body joints are working perfectly fine together. And you're probably ready to go back to whatever else you got to do. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in, practicing consistency with me tonight. We just wrapped up an hour and 2 minutes of live side split stretching and hip mobility work. We do this every single day to practice consistency, to build a little bit of community, to make the suffering we put ourselves through a little bit more fun, a little bit more entertaining, a little easier to stay consistent with. So I hope you had fun. I hope you're starting to cool off now and relax. Guys, I got one more thing to tell you. Most of the content that I make is not around the side splits. Most of the lives are around the side splits, but most of the content I make is about trying to find cool ways to make movement, to make fitness, to make activities a little bit more fun, for you to try new things, for you to be curious about new stuff that you can put your body through to learn new things, because that's good for your brain and it's good for your body. All right. Uh, if you got 2 minutes waiting for your coffee to come out the machine, if you got 2 minutes waiting for the microwave, if you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes waiting for your pasta to boil, those are perfect moments to get a little bit of movement in and a little bit of exercising. We just did a whole bunch of different things for about 30 seconds a pop. I'm a bad counter, so say it was 45 seconds, say it was 50 seconds. You were tired after 50 seconds. If you could do 2 minutes of anything, it would be a crazy amount of exercises, right? It could be something as simple as calf raises, where you don't have to do anything at all. You're just coming up and down. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't need any space. You don't need to make any crazy movements. Just some basic calf raises. If you could do calf raises nonstop for 2 minutes, that would be a crazy amount of calf raises. So don't sleep on those 2 minutes. Don't feel like, oh, that's not enough for a workout, because it is. It is definitely enough. And your joints will appreciate you for it, right? They don't have blood vessels like our muscles do. And for your joints to heal, for your joints to recover, for your joints to clear the waste products of whatever it is that is required for joints to exist, they need you to move, because the system that clears waste is reliant on movement to work. So if you just got an injury, you just hurt your knee yesterday, rest them. But if you've just been dealing with naggy knee stuff forever and all you do is baby the knee, it might be time to try doing a little bit of movement. That does not mean you're starting to jump up and down, jumping, 3 stories down doing parkour. It's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just a little bit of gentle movement goes a long way. All right? And all you need is a couple minutes here, a couple minutes there, do a couple of kicks. As long as you remember to get a little bit of movement in when you can, please do. And if you're otherwise going to doom scroll during that time, make sure you hit follow, hit subscribe, because then you'll possibly run into my content while you're doom scrolling, and I'll be able to remind you in that way. All right, so hit follow, hit subscribe, and I will see you hopefully real soon for more live side split stretching and hip mobility, because we do this every single day. And if you liked it, you should come back. Cool. All right. Let's see. I think it's time for me to check out the chat. How we doing? I'm gonna start over on YouTube. Keisha says, "Wee long." Yes. Keisha, I think I do the we specifically for you because I know that you enjoy it. Keisha says, "Good evening, my Side Splits family." Thank you, thank you. Good evening to you as well. Appearing Phenomena says, "Thanks." Oh, okay, awesome. That was the person who was working out for 8 hours of high intensity and low intensity stuff on YouTube and asked about what to do if they pulled or potentially spasmed a left adductor. If it was a spasm, by the way, if you're still on, it's probably fine. If you pulled something, you would know because it would still be very tender, very achy, like right now. A spasm is just when your muscles are flexing for no reason, like you're trying to control for it, and it's just doing its own thing. It's just going, ah, that's a spasm. But if you pulled something, that will have some pain associated with it, and you should be feeling it at this point. And it might not get better for a couple of days. So take care of yourself. Again, acute pain, rest. If you just got hurt, rest. If you have been hurt for a while, or you just got aching, nagging discomfort that's always there, that's a good reason to move. All right, you move. What else we got? Queen of Ice says happy Friday. Is it Friday? Oh my gosh. Um, I forgot to do Stanky Leg. It's Friday. We have dance sessions. All right, whoops. I'm gonna scroll over on TikTok and see what's going on over here. Rochelle, the Oracle says this is a fabulous sequence. Thank you. That's so kind. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that just for future reference. I'm gonna try and smile while I take the screenshot because I have so many of these screenshots where I'm just going trying to read the small font in this bright room where I can barely see my phone. I'm going, what's going on? Taking a screenshot and just save myself looking the most ridiculous possible way. Well, I'm trying to save a nice, kind message. All right. I'm gonna scroll up and see if there's anything else we need to respond to over in TikTok. Chase says he does Q&A at the end of the show. All right, I'm scrolling up. Let's see what we got. Ashton asks, how tall am I? I'm like 5'4". I'm not very tall at all. Travel Doxy says hello. True Blue says evening hip mobility family. Welcome, True Blue. Welcome back. And Jackie says thank you. You're very welcome. Oh man, Jackie, thank you for. Oh, okay, because I answered the question. I accidentally just invited somebody to the live, so if somebody pops in, that might happen. But I was just trying to scroll, it wasn't intentional. Desierto says hi, hello, hello, hello. I'm scrolling up, and it seems like it's been a really quiet chat because I see Chase hello from real early in the beginning of the show. So we are probably done here. Wow, this is the quickest live chat thing at the end ever. This might be the fastest I've done it in like months. All right, that's it. Congratulations. We are all done with our side splits and hip mobility for the day. Thank you so much once again for coming in, practicing consistency. I hope you're feeling a little bit more relaxed now. You're starting to cool off because that show has ended like 7 minutes ago. We just been chilling. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll see you guys real soon. We'll be back tomorrow. Actually, if it's Friday, we'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. doing some side splits. No, we don't. No, we don't. 9 a.m. is not side splits. Please. My words are. I should just sleep more. This is crazy. 9 a.m. We're doing back, posture, neck, maybe some glute work to help straighten out our posture, to help address some of the stuff that we do to ourselves when we slouch, when we sit in front of a computer, when we read on our phones, and all the other stuff that we typically do as a society these days. We're going to try to strengthen up our upper back muscles. We're going to try to stretch out our necks. We're going to try and regain some mobility in some of these joints tomorrow morning. So feel free to come back for that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, so in about 11 hours ish on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday mornings, we have lives there, and we start the day with something a little bit more gentle, a little less intense than side splits. It's a little bit more back and spine and posture friendly. And we do a little bit of bonus work for the booty. We do some glute bridges because your glutes, when you sit around too much, your glute muscles tend to stop working so hard. They tend to forget to kick in when they're supposed to kick in, and then the next joint over starts compensating for that, and that happens to be your low back. So building up your glutes might be good for making your glutes look good, but they also can help your low back from suffering unnecessary amounts of compensation for the fact that your butt's not working. All right, so hopefully that sounds good, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, which is about 11 hours from now, right? 10 hours and 50 minutes, if that makes it any easier. D says, I'll be there. Got to set my alarm. Awesome. Sizzle says, I'll be there. Amazing. Great. We're ready to wrap up. I think that's it. Congratulations on another day of live side splits and hip mobility. I'll see you guys real soon. Hit follow, hit subscribe. Closing out.